There was a study done in 2005 by Professor Dr. Chrsitian Smith out of Notre Dame, and he was a sociologist, and he came out with a term, Moralistic Therapeutic Deism. It was a study about people, especially young adults, emerging adults, and it was a study of, do they believe in God? And if they believe in God, what do they believe about God? And he said they don't actually believe in God of the Bible. They believe in a moralistic therapeutic deism. Well, the whole purpose of life is happiness, self-fulfillment, and a degree of niceness sufficient enough to earn entry into heaven. This is a study done in 2005. Tim Keller says this about who do we follow? Is it truly God, or is it yourself, essentially? If your God never disagrees with you, you might just be worshiping an idealized version of yourself. This is why we don't say follow your heart. I want to share a story about my own life. Because I grew up in the church, I'm a pastor's kid, I talk about this often. But in my teens and my 20s, I served my church. I played the guitar. I did all of this stuff. I drove, the grannies to church. I picked them up. I drove college kids to the school and back and picked them up. I did this Bible studies, led Bible study. Did everything that you can do in a church. But I lived a double standard life. On weekends, I was out partying. I was doing all the things that was so foreign to God. I wasn't even thinking about God. But I was tithing. But I was giving, I was serving. Looking back, I really wonder, I challenge myself, I wonder if I was just trying to be nice, being good enough to sneak into heaven. In essence, I was just following myself. Dr. Chrsitian Smith will say, actually, it's self-worship, actually. When you follow your heart, or when you believe in this moralistic therapeutic deism, this God that you make up for yourself, you're following yourself. And here's how you can diagnose if you are truly a follower of God or yourself, an idealized version of yourself, is that. But when you read the Bible, is there anything that you disagree with? And if there is something that you read in the Bible that you disagree with, do you just forget about it and say, no, that's not the God I worship, or not? Or do you follow God in every word that he says? See, I don't know about you, but it's very easy to follow your heart and all that entails. It's easy to seek self-fulfillment. It's very difficult to follow God. So what are you supposed to do now? I'll just repeat basically what Jesus said when he talked to every disciple that he asked to follow him. He says, what? Follow me. Let me take Peter, for example. Because you might be thinking, oh, yeah, of course, Pastor Alex, yeah, of course, it's follow me. The first call to Peter in Matthew's gospel was follow me. I'll make you fishers of men. I think you guys remember this. In John chapter 21, though, even after spending 3.5 years together, even after Jesus, he said, hey, do you love me? Feed my sheep. He says that in succession 3 times. But after that, Jesus still says to him, follow me, at the very end of the Gospels. This is our primary calling as followers of Jesus. We can never forget that our job is to follow Jesus. Just because you're in this, okay, you decided to follow Jesus, maybe that was years ago, maybe it was 50 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, maybe it was just last week. But even today, God is saying to you, follow me. Give up all the things of the world. Give up what you have been seeking to fulfill your life. Follow me. Even after you've sinned, follow me. Even when you're serving, just follow me. We cannot forget this. You start with a calling to follow him. And wherever you are right now, today, you follow him.